Everybody, John, you were here, Maryland K-12. What in the heck's going on in Harford County? These boards just can't get out of their own way. The president of the board, et cetera, I'll get into in a second. First, if you wouldn't mind, you want like or subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, share, whatever. Give me some comments. Want to hear some comments. What's going on? If you haven't been following it, there's a million things out there. This Fox 45 reporter basically uncovered some information where the superintendent of Harford County was in New Orleans on a conference and placed a phone call at, I don't know when he placed a phone call, but in the phone call he said at around 2 o'clock in the morning, he had a woman in his apartment, in his room. He fell asleep, he woke up, and all his stuff was gone. And he's like, well, what stuff we talking about? Two cell phones, a laptop, an iPad, and I think a Apple Watch. And this is the superintendent of Harford County Schools with two phones, laptop, etc. Anyway, apparently this is the summer 24, so all this time goes by, nobody says anything until this reporter uncovers it. Now all of a sudden he, meaning the reporter, goes to Harford County and says, what in the heck's going on? I've uncovered this. The Harford County just ignored him. After, according to the reporter, Chris Papp's his name, according to the reporter, 30 hours later, they still haven't heard, and he said, okay, I'm going to publish it. So he published it, and all heck breaks loose. Then the state delegates and other local politicians, they're kicking and screaming, they're demanding resignations, demanding investigations, etc. Just a real mess. So then what happens? You think, okay, the board holds a meeting, right? They're going to decide to investigate. No, what they do is they hold a meeting, and after like 45 minutes to debate, which is a pretty long time to debate a single topic, they get out and they say they've denied the motion to fund a full investigation. Why did it not pass? Because a couple people abstained from voting, and it didn't get a majority. Who abstained? Well, the president of the board abstained. Well, why would he abstain from that? I don't know. So then, they go into closed session, which is not unusual, and then they come out and they announce that he's been suspended with pay. Okay, still never really made a mention of an investigation. So after that, the next day, the board president resigns. Oh God. Now, why do you think the board president resigned? Probably because sources are confirming that he was actually in New Orleans with them. You can't make this stuff up, folks. These are people who are just making some really, really poor decisions. These are the people who are at the helms of our schools. Now, I will say this. Here is why I believe that this kind of stuff goes on with the boards, is because these are elected boards. These are local people who just say, yeah, I'm going to be on a school board. They know nothing about education. They know nothing about how it works. And they go out and they put on a good campaign, and people vote for them. Well, it's a lot more to it when they get in and they realize it's a little more complicated than they thought. But probably more importantly is that they don't make any money. This is a volunteer position, so they have no skin in the game, right? The superintendent, he's making a couple $100,000 a year. The board president's not. It's all local. It's all about power and prestige, that sort of thing. So he just finally got to the point where, I've had enough. I'm out. Good luck to you. Just a mess. I don't know what the answer is, but I think that's part of the problem. So anyway, here we are. So now what's going on? Who knows? I don't know. The board's not coming through and saying anything. They're not offering any statements. They offer one statement, and it was just a bunch of typical blah blah blah. But in the statement, they said that they can confirm that. I think they used the word confirm. I'm not sure. I mean, they said that none of the sensitive information, the students' private data, none of the privacy has been compromised. Well, how do you know that? How do you know that? So that means that they must have known about it for over a year now. This is the summer of 24, a year and a half. So what have they done about it? I don't know. They don't say. They don't report. Just a mess. And this is why that people don't trust education. And it's just getting worse and worse. I don't have the answer to it, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Anyway, a real mess in Harford County. And if you got any thoughts on it, I'd love to hear it. Thanks. Have a great day.